Next in line, the man who is horrified every time somebody tells him that I work for him.
Not true.
Dean Charles Whitaker.
I would say you work with me, not for me. But thank you very much, Jim. Thank you, Martin, for putting this together. Heidi, we send you all our love and affection. We are all with you here. You know how much Don meant to the school. And I think that's why we have this large assembly here. I confess, you know, in my time here, Don and I were like ships that passed through the night. We didn't see each other that often, but he did have a really profound effect on me and on the trajectory of my career very early on. It goes all the way back to 1993. I had just started teaching at Medill, and Northwestern was embarking on this brand new mode of communication called email. And all of the faculty had to go through email.
Whoops.
There he is. Charles?
Muted.
Charlie, light the dean up.
I don't think you're supposed to do that to the dean.
Thank you, Charlie. We all had to go through email training. We had these training sessions. Abe, Martin, you guys may remember that. We had these training sessions in 306 in Fisk, as a matter of fact. And they took us in relatively small groups. And I found myself coincidentally, just in a training session, sitting in between Dick Christian, one towering figure of IMC on my left, and Don on my right. And they wanted to know who the new kid was and were sort of asking me about myself and how I wound up teaching here. And I said, you know, I just come from Ebony Magazine, where I spent a lot of time on the road, both nationally and internationally, doing stories. And I had small children. I said, you know, the dean at that time, Michael Janeway, had recruited me to Medill, and I thought I would give this teaching thing a shot, but I had never taught. I'm not a scholar or an academic. And I said, I don't know that I'm long for this world, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. And Don said to me, and this is not a direct quote, but it was something along the lines of, there are very few careers in life in which you get to have not only an impact on people, but an immediate impact on their lives and careers. And you get to see that in this role. And if you lean into that, being here at Northwestern, you will find that this is one of the most rewarding careers that you could ever have. And that was like a lightning bolt moment for me. And here I am 27 years later, kind of still leaning into that career. And I don't think I would have been as open to that had Don not sort of planted that seed in my head at that time. So I'm very grateful for him to that. It has indeed been the most rewarding career, and I have no regrets, but it certainly is because of that tiny bit of advice that Don gave me very, very early on. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Charles. And I was reminded, Tom Collinger is not able to join us today, but he did ask me to remind the group that Don's ideas have created a nightmare for Charles, because it was because of Don's ideas that the school has the name that includes integrated marketing communications, which for those of us with business cards and/or diplomas, this can sometimes be a challenge. But of course, as Tom pointed out, here's one man's idea who affected the name of an entire school. So look forward to that.